Teresa Garza. I with
Hi.
Graham, and he's the costume director of the movie Doctor Strange and the Multiverse. So thank you for having this conversation with me. I love the movie, and actually,
Yeah.
I love the movie in every single aspect, and of course, one of them is the costumes. The character of America Chavez. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
Latina. I'm sure that there's a lot of people that they're interesting to know a little bit more. I love her outfit. It's like super adorable and cute. But how did you came with the idea of this? Like, kind of, it reminds me a little bit of Captain America, or kind of a combination. Or, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, she's a witch, right? You know, she's a witch, and in the comics, most of the comics, she's very adult, and I just use the word provocative. In some of the comics, they are a much older America, so we had to sort of bring that back, and there was a lot of discussions about that. And like you, Victoria Alonso wanted to protect the kind of Latin culture and the fact that she's got a teenage daughter, and so we were never going to do anything that launched a 14-year-old inappropriately, but at the same time create a very cool costume. So yeah, so she's got the black pants and the kind of high top sneakers, and the coat. It came about with this sort of Balenciaga graffiti jacket that I saw somewhere, and then it took me back to my youth, where I thought, oh yeah, we used to like just write slogans randomly ourselves on our clothing, and these weren't things that some sportswear company or Ralph Lauren or Tommy Hilfiger had done. We used to just customize our own jackets with pins and stuff. So I came up with this idea that it's not original in the world of fashion, but that it is printed with we made 20 of those jackets.
Oh wow, 20.
And they're all, yeah, because they were,
that's why they always look like new.
she had to have yeah, they were aged quite a bit. I mean, there's a lot of the star has a lot of built-in sort of crackle kind of to it in the paintwork, sort of crackle effect, and the stars and stripes are all sort of quite faded and aged down and distressed. But they yeah, so I took the inspiration from Day of the Dead, and one of our writers suggested some Portuguese witchcraft just to sort of mix it up. So within the coat, there are just slogans and poetry all written in Spanish, basically. And I wanted to do something that was a bit busier, but Sam wanted the star to be the thing that was identifiable. So when she's running down that digital set in the cold opening, and when she's running through the street the first time, not just the audience, but the audience know Doctor Strange has seen that star coat before, so he knew it was the same person or a version of the same person. So that was, and I'd had other designs on the back of the jacket that wasn't a star, but it all came about, and the star just seemed to be the thing in the end, because she created these star portals. So each department kind of worked together and bounced off each other. And so what happened was the sort of perfect blending of the idea of the star on the coat, and then her creating these fractured glass kind of star portals that she travels to the multiverse in. And so it's generally like a long process to get to that point. I mean, would have been weeks and weeks and weeks of discussion and looking at different designs.
How many looks did you specific with that character? Like how many looks were you like thinking about, like maybe another kind of jacket, or maybe like
I'm gonna say we probably did 40 or 50 alternate designs.
Wow. Do you draw them, or
well, we had three. You have to work at such speed, and like the production designer, you have to be a machine turning out artwork, because people are just so thirsty for new products. So while I'm doing my rounds, there's sort of 3 illustrators in London and about 7 in Los Angeles in the Viz Dev department, just constantly working. So there'll be a viz dev artist just working specifically on Mordo or Captain Carter, or because all of those things have to be approved in such a short space of time. And so that's what happens.
And like, which one is like your like material that you like to wear the most?
His costume's actually pretty much Japanese denim. So it just lights really beautifully and engineers and tailors so well. And you probably wonder why we don't buy denim from the UK or some other European supplier, but it just has very close up. It has just such an interesting handle, and it just works. It's just a very high-end product that you can then make a beautiful costume out of.
Wow. So thank you very much for your time. Is there something else that you would like to share about this experience of working on this amazing movie?
Oh, it's just to come into this in a new, having worked for Marvel for so long, come into a new role and be able to design costumes from them has been such a privilege. And it's just been amazing.
What is your favorite part of the movie?
Well, the intrigue of where Claire's going next. You just see her in the street, and it's just like, okay, where is she going now? What's she going to appear in next? And she's going to drag Doctor Strange into the dark dimension or something,
So continue like looking for the next definitely the next movie. And thank you, congratulations for your great job, and thank you for your time.